Welcome to Weekly Digest, where we highlight the work of ministers of government as they push the administration's development agenda. Picking up from where we left off last week, residents of Barometer Region 1 have been assured that they will not be left behind. Minister of Amerindian Affairs Pauline SUKHAL gave the assurance as government rolled out its Because We Care cash grant program in the region last Sunday.
Barometer, like all the other communities in the hinterland, will receive the same level of attention, the same level of developmental intervention and support. And we will work as a government with the village council to ensure that the benefits derived from the Irfan Ali administration meets the people.
Some 401 students will benefit from the program. Minister of Agriculture ZULFIKAR Mustafa on Monday morning visited the Grove Primary School to spearhead the distribution of the grants to 4 schools, including Grove and Camel Trust nursery schools.
They said that we implemented this program because we wanted people to support us as a political party. But we said that this is a program that will enhance every child's education in our country.
Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for public affairs, Kwame McCoy, on Monday also rolled out the Because We Care cash grant initiative at the new Diamond Grove Secondary School.
One of the best investments anyone could make is the investment in your children's education. The investment in our children's education is an investment that could bring us all the successes, the happiness, and the comfort for the future.
Also on Monday, Minister of Housing and Water Colin CROAL provided compensation to farmers of Commons Lot 1767 area, whose farmlands were destroyed during the clearing of the land for housing development.
As a result, we are at a stage now where, having calculated the level of crops that are there, the type of crops that are there, through CHPA, we are now at a compensatory stage. And so I want to encourage the farmers to ensure that they're part of the collaborative process.
We came into conflict with, of course, those of you who are here today who have been living off of the land and planting and sustaining your livelihood with this land. We do not want to come in the way of that.
The National Assembly on Monday passed the Petroleum Exploration and Production Amendment Bill during the 31st sitting of the 12th Parliament. Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat says the bill paves the way for the government's gas-to-energy project. The National Assembly in the wee hours of Tuesday also removed Section 1531 of the Summary Jurisdiction Offences Act, which stated it was an offence for any person appearing in the attire of the opposite gender in a public way or public place for any improper purpose. The amendment is in keeping with a 2018 judgment by the Caribbean Court of Justice that the provision was unconstitutional. The Civil Law Amendments Bill was also passed during the sitting. The amended bill recognizes that once a single man and woman have been sharing a common law union for a stipulated period, the law recognizes that they are entitled to legal benefits. On Tuesday, Minister Mustapha met farmers and residents of Beehive Greenfield, East Coast, Demerara, to address their concerns. The meeting was a follow-up in the wake of countrywide flooding which destroyed farmlands.
I want to make a commitment here this afternoon. We'll clean all the canals in the area. And when we finish cleaning the canal, we'll leave it in the resident, the CDC, to manage the canal. We'll pay them to manage the canal so that you in the community can have some work by the CDC and you can earn.
Some $7.3 billion will be distributed to the farmers affected by floods nationwide. The PPPC administration has once again placed environmental issues on the front burner with the inking of a memorandum of understanding with the United States Peace Corps. The MOU signed on Tuesday will allow Peace Corps volunteers to return to Ghana after a hiatus brought about by the pandemic.
Given our nation's continued emphasis on environmental preservation, it is especially encouraging to know that we will be able to restart efforts championed by Peace Corps volunteers in partnership with communities and schools to educate the next generation and build capacity in environmental stewardship.
Minister Teixeira says the administration remains committed to a low-carbon economy through its leading environmental policy, the Low Carbon Development Strategy, which is currently being strengthened. Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips on Tuesday led a high-level team to Region 1 to oversee the distribution of over $100 million to parents and guardians through the government's Because We Care cash grant program. He held several meetings with residents of Mabaruma and reassured them that the government is committed to ensuring that children across the country get access to quality education.
It doesn't matter where you're from, or whether you're brown or whether you're black. Once you're in school, the government of Guyana has decided that you must benefit from this cash grant.
Also on Wednesday, Minister McCoy said government's Because We Care cash grant program could not have come at a better time as many families continue to be affected by the pandemic. Minister McCoy made the statement as he spearheaded the distribution of the cash grant at Christchurch Secondary School and St. John's College.
The cash grant program can and will go a long way in many homes and many families to be able to help keep our children in school. And this grant couldn't come at a better time, couldn't be restarted at a better time, a time at which we all experiencing the challenges of the COVID-19 situation.
Over a two-day period, Minister of Amerindian Affairs Pauline SUKHAL delivered grants amounting to $15.4 million to benefit 814 students in Barima-Waini. The event was government's Because We Care cash grant program, which benefited students of Blackwater, Savannah, Red Hill, and Barima, Coriabo, Santa Cruz, Warpoka, and Asakata.
I urge that every single young person take education seriously, because Guyana is moving towards a place where we would not be able to progressively, positively affect development if we are not educated and trained. So all that you see our government is doing for the young people is laying the foundation for the next 5 years, for the next decade, in which we are expected to rise to a different level in this country.
The Guyana National Bureau of Standards on Friday signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the American Petroleum Institute to collaborate to help Guyana develop good petroleum management standards as the sector develops. Through the MOU, the GNBS will adopt a list of API standards. Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan EDGHILL says government's infrastructural transformation plans in the aviation sector must be backed by a strong maintenance program. Minister EDGHILL says after the hinterland airstrips are reconstructed, there will be aggressive maintenance program. Those maintenance contracts will be given to hinterland communities in close proximity of the airstrips.
It is in their interest to do the job well, because without the airstrip, they can't get access. And secondly, it's one way of creating employment for the people in that area.
14 small business owners from Region 2 have received small business grants of $500,000 each from the Small Business Bureau. The grants were handed over by Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Onij Walren, during a two-day visit to the region.
We know that, that a lot of you have faced hardship, and just let your friends, your families, your neighbors know, everyone around your community know that there is assistance that government has provided in the Small Business Bureau. In fact, we have doubled the amount of the pocket of money that is available from 200 million. No, when we increased it to from 100 million to 250 million, so we can service and support more businesses.
The Small Businesses Bureau recently conducted an outreach in Region 2 where approximately 80 persons accessed the agency's services and applied for small business grants. Minister Walrond and the SBB team visited the community of Wakapau, which is exploring its prospects in tourism with help from the Guyana Tourism Authority.
If you're looking to start a small business, we're here to assist you with the training, and the idea is to, as far as we can as government, we want to bring our service to you. We recognize how onerous it is and expensive for you to travel out to the big cities or the towns to get your training. So we want as much as possible to bring your training, bring the resources to you, so you're not tasked with the hardship of traveling and the expense of traveling.
Guyana's COVID-19 immunization campaign has been boosted with the arrival of 57,600 doses of AstraZeneca from the COVAX facility. The vaccines arrived on Friday at the Chedi Jagan International Airport. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony says unlike many countries around the world, Guyana has not experienced vaccine scarcity.
Other countries have a challenge with getting vaccines. They have vaccine scarcity. We in Guyana, because of our friends, we don't have that challenge. We have vaccines for every single adult in Guyana. So anybody who would like to get a vaccine and is over the ages of 18, you have a vaccine ready for you in one of the hospitals or health centers in the ministry. You know, we have enough. And today, the donation that we have received from COVAX, which is almost 50-something thousand doses, initially the donation from COVAX was 30-something thousand doses, but because of France's donation, we got an additional 18,000. And so we have enough AstraZeneca vaccine to give to people.
Additionally, the country received a quantity of the Russian Sputnik V vaccines. Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips on Friday turned the sod for the construction of a residence building for the CARICOM Secretary General.
We're still in the design stage where the architect will do their work and then a costing will be done, and in consultation with the CARICOM Secretariat and the Secretary General, and those disclosures will be made at the appropriate time.
The Prime Minister says a starting date has not been confirmed. However, the project would commence soon. Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Hugh Todd and Foreign Secretary Robert Prasad were also at the event. That's it for this edition of Weekly Digest. For these and other government-related information, do log on to our website dpi.gov.gy and our social media platforms as well. Goodbye.